Okay, I wasn't on this passport bro shit because I don't really care if men are searching for whatever woman they want from whatever country. But it's about the respect issue. It's about the manipulation issue. It's about going to cast your nasty semen into a woman who's unsuspecting because she doesn't know your nature. That's what this is about. This is my problem with this type of philosophy that they're teaching. I don't care. You can be a woman, a man going to any country, and if you find love, you find love. Let that be. You know, if it's genuine love, so be it. This is not what this is about. Let's continue.
Abroad would be preferable since their talents would be more valued and there would be less fighting, backbending, and hassle. And the irony here is some condemn this group, alleging that they solely go on vacation for sex tourism and to prey on women in vulnerable positions. This would be a compelling argument. But women all across the West are yelling about how they don't want to clean anymore, they don't want to cook, but instead, they have WAP, wet ass pussy. Modern women are spreading all over the world. I'm not gonna lie, Philippines is not an exception. If you look in the city, you'll find many women who think they don't need men because they can finance themselves and they are just into casual hookups. But this is a very, very small percentage of the female population who might be complaining about this dating politics. They are too westernized. But generally, no one complains about these issues here. We, Filipinos, Filipino women, we are not even aware that you have this dating politics in the West because it's not happening here. We women here don't feel that way because dating here is completely different compared to the West. Dating in the Philippines is more straight, and that is our culture. Men who long to feel wanted and be the men they should be, leaders, protector, provider, go overseas to find women who can actually make them feel like the men they should be. Who are the women who can make them feel a real man, a feminine and nurturing woman, who still believes in taking care of their partners, struggling with their partners to bring out the best or potential in him, taking care of the house and making food.
The only reason an Asian woman would marry you is because of the prospect of a better life.
You go find a wife in the Philippines or Thailand or wherever these places are that are overseas. They're just happy.
My breath is back to normal. Gums back to normal.
Fucking commercials.
I didn't have to do any rigorous surgeries or anything crazy. So basically, it's a severe.
Okay, so let me just say this. Okay, hold on. Oh, let me turn the sound back on.
Call us uneducated and poor, that we will get any opportunity we can get just so we can get out of poverty. Men are supposed to be providers, so they are going to provide for their future partners and family.
Okay, so I get her position in this. But there are a lot of Filipino men that come to the United States and they work hard and they are providers. So does she think personally that it's only white men and black men from the United States that are providers or able to provide? Because that's not true. And why isn't she addressing the issue in the Philippines of poverty? Like, why is she not saying, okay, well, why is there systemic poverty in the Philippines, right? Why is there so much poverty in why is there so much poverty in the Philippines that make women want to marry men of other races and come to the United States? What started that? What started that immense economic gap in the Philippines for women to want to find this so-called quote unquote protector provider in the United States, who usually end up being either a white man or a black man in the United States? So why are we not discussing that part? Now, I know that there's some animosity with some of the white women that are on the panel or on this video that she's, has highlighted or spotlighted. And You know, sometimes you just have to get out of your own way and really pay attention to what is going on instead of criticizing. Like, I have no problem with this woman. I have no problem. And I do know, because I have Filipino family I have a sister-in-law that's Filipino. My brother went to the Philippines in the military and he married her. And she's a beautiful woman. Like, she has her shit together, and they've been married this whole time. They have 2 children. And their children are half, you know, what we are and half Filipino, what she is. And they're beautiful kids. My niece and my nephews, they're beautiful, okay? Very highly educated, very funny, just very productive. And even my sister-in-law, she's productive. My mom is married to a Filipino man. He's productive. At least he was in his younger years. He's older now. He's in his 80s. He's a beautiful guy. Like, he's bent over backwards and done so much with and for my mom. So I've got nothing bad to say about the Filipino people. But the thing is that she's not addressing what the problem is in the Philippines, which would make a woman choose an American man instead of a Filipino man in the Philippines, okay? Because there's some really hardworking, good Filipino men, right? So this passport issue, it's not the same when men were in the military or whatever and they were marrying Filipino women. This is a whole nother ball game. And I think that this woman is fully not aware of what is down the pike. She's not aware of the men that are coming now to the Philippines. She's not aware of their intentions now. She's not aware of the abuse and use mentality of these men that are coming now. These men are not coming to marry women like her. These men are coming to use them up like toilet tissue, wiping some ass and throwing it in a toilet bowl and flushing it down the toilet. That's what these men are coming for. And she personally isn't aware, but I guarantee you in 5-6 years, if she's still in the Philippines and she's observing and she's seeing a bunch of babies being born out of wedlock, and she's seeing the babies not being provided for, she may change her mind. She may be like, oh, goddamn, my perspective is changed now. Okay? And like I said, I'm not against whether you're a man or a woman. I'm absolutely not against anybody going anywhere and finding love. That's what everybody should be shooting for. Everybody should be shooting for being in love, finding love. And if you want to have marriage, and if you want to have families, producing children and providing for your children and sustaining your families, that's a beautiful thing. However, that's not what these dudes that are passport bros are going over there saying. There was a man on YouTube, his name was Mr. Elite. And he said in a video, now he's so-called, he calls himself Red Pill, he calls himself MGTOW, he calls himself all these different, names, these different group names, right? And now all of a sudden he's a passport bro. He's a passport bro. But I remember him saying, he was on one of his white men friend, Red Pill friends farm, and he pulled up a chicken egg and he said that, this is quote unquote what he said. He said, I can't wait for shit to hit the fan. Basically what these men are calling winter for women. He said he couldn't wait for winter to happen or shit to hit the fan so that women would have to come to him and fuck him for a chicken egg. A single chicken egg. Do you see the disrespect? Do you see that the men, that their mentality, that are calling themselves now passport bros? Now, do I believe he's a real passport bro? No. He lives in Arizona, and what, he can drive across the border and go to Mexico? That doesn't fucking that doesn't correlate to traveling, legit traveling. But these women, they're going to wake up. Believe me, they're going to wake up. This woman speaking right here, eventually she's going to wake up. I hold no animosity towards her. I hold no animosity towards any woman that's from another country. I really don't. I find it really odd. Like, I've joked with some of the weirdo men on here and be like, you know, I've said some things and I'm like, you know, you just want to go fuck. That's all you want to do. And if the women want to fuck you, so be it. If those women in those countries legit just want to get their fuck on, girl, get your dick. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you're looking for. However, clearly, when you see these women's faces, when you see their faces with these men and their body language, you can tell that's not where they want to be. The guy that is sitting here bragging on social media about the woman he just caught from another country, that he's pulling from another country, those women clearly, most definitely, clearly don't want to be with those dudes. So I have yet to see one of these passport bros show a woman who's all into them. Show and prove. Show and prove a woman that wants to be all into you.